Phuthi is a Nguni Bantu language spoken in southern Lesotho and areas in South Africa adjacent to the same border. The closest substantial living relative of Phuthi is Swati, spoken in Swaziland and the Mpumalanga province of South Africa. Although there is no contemporary sociocultural or political contact, Phuthi is linguistically part of a historic dialect continuum with Swati. Phuthi is heavily influenced by the surrounding Sesotho and Xhosa languages, but retains a distinct core of lexicon and grammar not found in either Xhosa or Sesotho, and found only partly in Swati to the north. The documentary origins of Phuthi can be traced to Burkina, but in other oblique references nearly 200 years from the present. Until recently, the language has been very poorly documented with respect to its linguistic properties. The only significant earlier study is Godfrey Mosamane's Geography and Demography. It has been estimated that around 20,000 people in South Africa and Lesotho use Phuthi as the home language, but the actual figures could be much higher. No census data on Phuthi speakers is available from either South Africa or Lesotho. The language is certainly in danger. Phuthi is spoken in dozens of scattered communities in the border areas between where the far north and eastern Cape meets Lesotho, from Herschel northwards and eastwards, and in the Matadila area of the northeastern Transkei, and throughout southern Lesotho, from Kuthing in the southwest, through regions south and east of Mount Murasi, to mountain villages west and north of Kacha. Within Phuthi, there are at least two dialect areas, based on linguistic criteria, Mpapa-Daliwe versus all other areas. This taxonomy is based on a single phonological criterion. Mpapa and Daliwe are villages in southern Lesotho, southeast of Mount Murasi, on the dust road leading to Tozing, then on to Mafura, and finally Mpapa-Daliwe. Other Phuthi-speaking areas include Makalona and Mosuo, near Kuthing, in southwestern Lesotho, Sikato, Makoi further to the east, and a number of villages north and west of Kasha's Neck. Phuthi-speaking diaspora areas include the far northern Transkei villages of Gichina and Mafingchi. Political history. The most famous Phuthi leader in the historical record was the powerful chief Morasi. It seems that approximately the land south of the Orange River in present-day Lesotho was Phuthi-speaking during the time of the greatest historical figure in the history of the Basotho people, Moshoeshoe, just 7 years older than Murasi, whose authority in the 1830s, however, was far from covering the present-day territory of Lesotho. Until 1820, there were only a few isolated villages of Basotho, and a small clan of Bafouti, over which Moshoeshoe exercised ill-defined sovereignty. Most Phuthis, with Murasi, were far to the south of Thababosiu, south of the Orange River, well out of Moshoeshoe's way. Murasi was to die in unclear circumstances on Mount Murasi in 1879, after a protracted 9-month siege by the British, Boer and Basotho forces. This siege is often referred to as Murasi's Rebellion. The issue that triggered the siege was alleged livestock theft in the Herschel area. In the aftermath of the siege, Phuthi people dispersed widely over what is contemporary southern Lesotho and the northern Transkei region, to escape capture by the colonial powers. It is for this reason, it has been hypothesized that Phuthi villages are typically found in such topographically mountainous regions, accessible only with great difficulty to outsiders. After the siege of Murasi's rebellion, many Phuthi people were captured, and forced into building the bridge at Alawal North that crosses the Senku. Prior to 1879, it seems Murasi had been regarded in some ways as a very threatening competitor to Chief Moshoeshoe, even though currently represented to a nominal extent in the Lesotho government in Maseru. Subsequent to the 1879 uprising, the Phuthi people essentially faded from modern Lesotho and Eastern Cape history. Phonology. Classification. Phuthi is a Bantu language, clearly within the southeastern zone S, but within southern Africa Phuthi is viewed ambivalently as being either a Nguni or a Sotho-Tswana language, given the very high level of hybridity displayed in all subsystems of the grammar. But Phuthi is genetically, along with Zulu, Xhosa, northern and southern Ndebele and Swati, certainly a Nguni language. Thus, it should be numbered in the S40 group within Zone S, following Guthrie's classification. Further, given the range of lexical, phonological and even low-level phonetic effects that appear to be shared almost exclusively with Swati, Phuthi can be classified uncontroversially as a Takela Nguni language, that is, in the subset of Nguni that includes Swati, some versions of Southern Ndebele and the Eastern Cape remnant languages, Baka and Lubi. The contemporary lexicon and morphology of Phuthi confirms the standard claim that Phuthi displays very heavy contact and leveling effects from its long cohabitation with Sesotho. There is, for example, a very high level of lexical doublets for many items, for many speakers, e.g., ciga think and nakana think. Phuthi noun class prefixes are nearly all of the shape CV. There are also regional effects. The Mpumalanga dialect leans much more heavily towards Sesotho lexicon and morphology, whereas the Sesotho dialect leans more towards Xhosa lexicon and morphology. Phonology and Morphology. Sustained fieldwork in 1994–1995 among speech communities in Sesotho and Mpumalanga resulted in the discovery of a surprisingly wide range of phonological and morphological phenomena, aspects of which are unique to Phuthi. Click consonants. Phuthi has a system of click consonants, typical for nearly all Nguni, at the three common articulation points, dental, alveolar, and lateral, but the range of manners and phonations, or click accompaniments, is relatively impoverished, with only four: tenuous CQX, aspirated CHQHXH, voiced GCGQGX, and nasal NCNQNX. Swati, by comparison, has clicks at only one place but five manners and phonations. The reduced variety of clicks in Phuthi may be partly related to the nearly total absence of prenasalized consonants in Phuthi, assuming *NKX. *NGX would be analyzed as equivalent to prenasalized ****NK. Vowel harmony. Two vowel harmony patterns propagate in opposite directions: perseverative superclose vowel height harmony and anticipatory ATR tenseness harmony, invoking mid-vowels. In the first, supercloseness is also a Sesotho vocalic property. In root final position triggers suffix vowels of the same supercloseness value. In the second, all mid-vowels uninterruptedly adjacent to the right edge of a phonological word are lax. All other mid-vowels are tense. Vowel imbrication. Vowel imbrication is the vowel harmony-like morphophonological phenomenon found in many Bantu languages. Vowel imbrication in two-syllable verb roots is effectively fully productive in Phuthi, that is, kaka verb stems become cece in the perfective aspect, e.g. tf watcher, carry on the head, tf wetchi, be carrying on the head, maba catch, hold, mebe, beholding. Labialization. The main Phuthi dialects, Mpapa, Taliwe, Kacha, all reflect the presence of labialized coronal consonants, that is, consonants with distinct heterorganic secondary articulation. Tone either of two surface tone distinctions, H or L, is possible for each syllable, and falling tones are possible too. There is a subtype within the L-tone category. When a syllable is depressed, the syllable is produced phonetically at a lower pitch. This system of tone depression is phonologically regular, but is highly complex, interacting extensively with the morphology. Phonologically, Phuthi is argued to display a three-way high-low toneless distinction. Like all Nguni languages, Phuthi also displays phonetically rising and falling syllables, always related to the position of a depressed syllabic nucleus. Depressor consonants, in line with a number of southern Bantu languages, and also all Khoisan languages of southwestern Africa. A significant subset of the consonants in Phuthi are depressors. These consonants are so named because they have a consistent depression effect on the pitch of an immediately successive H-tone. In addition, these consonants produce complex non-local phonological tone depression effects. Swati and Phuthi have similar properties in this respect, except that the parameters of the Phuthi depression effects are significantly more complex than those documented thus far for Swati. Tone-voice interactions. Significantly complex tone-voice interactions have been identified in Phuthi. This phenomenon results in what is analyzed at one level as massive and sustained violations of locality requirements on a H-tone domain arising from a single H-tone source, e.g., surface configurations of the type HLH are possible where all H syllables emanate from a single underlying H source, given at least one L syllable being depressed. Such tone-voice configurations lead to grave problems for any theoretical phonology that seeks to be maximally constrained in its architecture and operations. The last two phenomena are non-tonal suprasegmental properties which each take on an additional morphological function in Phuthi. Morphological use of vowel height. The supercloseness is property also active in the first vowel harmony type is active in at least one paradigm of the Phuthi morphological system. A morphological use for a vocalic property does not appear to be recorded elsewhere for a Bantu language. Morphological use of breathy voice depression. The vocalic property breathy voice depression is separated from the set of consonants that typically induce it, and is used grammatically in the morphological copulative, similar to the Swati copula, and elsewhere in the grammar too. Phrases. 1. Giyakushadza, I like, love you. 2. Gi, this is a Sigoni Karanci Teje, I understand just a little Xhosa. 3. Giyaw Shadza Mtwh Akolom Tjha, I like your new homestead. 4. Giyaw Shadza Muty Akolemi Tjha, I like your new homesteads. 5. Giyasi, this is a Sigoni, I understand Xhosa. 6. Giyaw Shadza Idlhuy Akola Tjha, I like your new house. 7. Giyati Shadza Tdlhut Akola Tjha, I like your new houses. 8. Siya Imabari Beta Y Akolo Kagulu, we carry your big pot. 9. Siyimapi Beta Y Akolo Kagulu, we're carrying your big pot. 10. Siyati Mabati Beta T Akoleti Kagulu, we carry your big pots. 11. Siti Mapi Beta T Akoleti Kagulu, we're carrying your big pots. Very simply, examples 3 to 11 contain typical Bantu object-noun, object-pronoun agreement, vocabulary. Cig, think, also nakana, idlu, house, ij, dog. Teje, just, karenci, little. Maba, carry. Muti, homestead. Sigoni, Xhosa. Ckguwa, English. Phuthi, tf, watcher, carry on the head. Tjha, new. Shadza, love. Visisa, understand. Alphabet. A Phuthi orthography has not yet been standardized. Donnelly uses a proposed alphabet based uncontroversially on that of other Nguni and Sesotho languages. Vowels A, I, O, U. There are two super-close vowels, also found in the Sesotho languages. In the Phuthi orthography they are indicated with the circumflex diacritic, thus I, U. Consonant consonants b, b, h, d, d, l, d, z, f, g, g, r, h, 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 l, j, j, h, k, kilogram, k, g, h, k, h, l, l, h, m, m, h, n, 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 h, n, y, n, y, h, p, p, h, r, r, h, s, d, t, h, t, j, t, j, h, t, l, t, l, h, t, s, d, s, h, v, w, w, h, y, y, h, z. The following Phuthi consonant and vowel graphs have the same values they receive in Xhosa b, h, d, g, r, h, l, k, h, in Swati.D, v, t, f, and in Sesotho j, kilogram, ng, r. Symbols in parentheses are allophones of t, f, d, v. Most consonants can also occur with a secondary labial glide articulation w, e, g, as z, so also zw. Clicks and click combinations. C is dental, q is palatal, x is lateral, plain, cqx, aspirated, chqhxh, voiced, gcgqgx, nasalized, ncnq and x. Grammar. Nouns. The Phuthi noun consists of two essential parts, the prefix and the stem. Nouns can be grouped into noun classes according to prefix, which are numbered consecutively according to the Pan-Bantu system established by Meinhof and modified by Doak. The following table gives an overview of Phuthi noun classes, arranged according to singular-plural pairs. Caveat for the table: as in all Nguni and Sotho languages, Class 8 does not reflect Proto-Bantu Class 8 *by, rather, it is a near copy of Class 10, barring Class 10's homorganic nasal prefix consonant, except in monosyllabic nouns borrowed from Sesotho. Phuthi entirely lacks this Class 9/10 sense. See phrases 6, 7 above. Thus, Phuthi classes 8 and 10 are completely conflated. Bibliography. Burkine, Walther. Die Spraak der Phuthi. Festschrift Meinhof. Sprachwissenschaftliche und andere Studien, 279–287. Hamburg, Commissions Verlag von L. Friedrichsen and Amp. Co. Dolly. Simon. Southern Takela is alive, reintroducing the Phuthi language. Inke McCormick and Amp. R. Methri. International Journal of the Sociology of Language 136–97–120. Dolly. Simon. Aspects of Tone and Voice in Phuthi. Doctoral dissertation, University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Dolly. Simon. Tone and Depression in Phuthi. In M. Konstowicz. Data and Theory. Papers in Phonology in celebration of Charles W. Kisbeth. Language Sciences 31–161–178. Ellenberger, David Frederick. History of the Basuto, Ancient and Modern. Translation into English by J. C. McGregor. Moria, Lesotho, Moria Museum and Amp. Archives. Ellenberger, Victor. Un cycle de mission au Lesotho. Paris. Société des Missions Evangéliques. Guthrie, Malcolm. Comparative Bantu, An Introduction to the Comparative Linguistics and Prehistory of the Bantu Languages. Farnborough, Greg International. Simang, Christian T. Some Phonological Aspects of the Takela Nguni Languages. Doctoral dissertation, University of South Africa, Pretoria. Mazamain, Godfrey I. M. A concise treatment on Phuthi with special reference to its relationship with Nguni and Sesotho. Fort Hare Papers 1.4, 120–249. Fort Hare, The Fort Hare University Press.